We're coming to you live from the studio for a very, very special episode of In Conversation. I'm so excited because I've got two beautiful ladies in the studio with me. We'll get to that real soon. But In Conversation, if you're new to this is all about bringing speakers and thought leaders to come together to share ideas and knowledge on how to live well. It's all about helping people, helping you get the best out of life. So my friends at home, allow me to introduce these two beautiful ladies to you. I've got Sharon Ismail, who is educator, actress, super mama of two.
Working on the super part.
Definitely super. Charlotte Mei, nutritionist.
Hello.
Thank you so much for being with us in the studio, ladies. As a mama, you're thinking nutritional value for your children.
Yes, I do. I do look at ingredients, but quite briefly. I don't think I spend as long as you do, but one of the things that we taught our girls to do was to look at the ingredients list at the back, especially for things that we're not very familiar with or we don't buy very often. Look at the first 3 ingredients because that's usually arranged by order of the proportion or the percentage, right? So we know that in the first 3 ingredients there's sugar, fructose, or sucrose or some kind of sugar. They know that it's bound to be pretty sweet. So probably not.
That's a good rule.
Yeah.
I'm just thinking, Charlotte, when you go to a supermarket or any store, really, do you tend to be more conscious of what you buy and even things like that people might deem unhealthy, like chips or potato chips?
I'm conscious, yes, but it doesn't mean that that's all I eat. I only eat foods of a certain category. What you mentioned, chips, yes, I do eat them.
Yeah, okay.
I mean, biscuits and cookies, they're my Achilles heels. When I dip it in milk, it's the best. But yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, it's about a balance, but it is a job hazard for me to look through, ingredients lists and nutrition information tables, because I'm generally curious about it. So there are 2 reasons why I would look at it. Number one is if it's a new product, I'm like, ooh, what is this all about? What's in it? And then the second is to compare products. So, I mean, if you just take one off the shelf and look at it, it doesn't really tell you much. If you want a pack of digestive biscuits, that's what you want. I'm not going to look at it and go, oh no, it has sugar, I'm going to put it back down. It is what it is. But I use it to compare. Maybe there are 2 brands, and then I go, oh, this one is better than the other. So that would be a good time to look at it. I'm not saying every single thing you pick up,
Well, you'll be at the supermarket for hours. They'll have to chase you away at that point.
So I subscribe to the principle of 80-20. So eat well 80% of the time. Try to go for fresh, unprocessed foods. You know where they came from. It looks like it grew from something and not manufactured out of a machine. And then 20% of the time, have fun. You have your vices and you can indulge, but remember, it's only 20%. Not 30, 20. So you choose what goes in there. So for example, talk about Chinese New Year. There are so many snacks on the table. I know what I like, which is pineapple tarts and love letters. So if you give me kueh bangkit, I'm going to go like, nah, I'm not going to waste my 20% on that. So that's how you help yourself. It's, again, loose rules that kind of help you keep, in check.
Pediatric scientists actually had this study where kids who grew up with sort of a healthier diet led to better development. Is there truth to that? Do you agree with that?
Yeah, I mean, definitely. I would say a healthy diet would be defined as one that is balanced, has all the macro and micronutrients that you need. For sure, 110%. The science has proven it, and I think most parents would say yes to that as well. It provides you the nutrients that feeds your organs.
How do you struggle with that? I mean, I feel I would struggle. I'm not a parent, but I feel like unhealthy food somehow tastes so much better. How do you make healthy food fun? I would love to hear genuinely.
We treated it like playtime. So we don't worry if they get messy, and then we don't try to mop off every single little mess they make. I usually would just strip them down to their diapers, put them in an IKEA plastic tub, give them a bowl of oats and fruits and whatever else that we're asking them to try, right? And then they'll just smear themselves and eat, and it's fun. It makes great photographs and videos for the grandparents. And it's a lot of fun for them too. And they create this, they have a bond with food that they understand. Oh, food is enjoyable. Food is, sensory. And, then after that you hose them down.
How do you balance your food intake during fasting month?
Thanks for bringing that up. Yeah, I actually did a chat with a nutritionist as well, and we chatted about some tips to keep in mind, during Ramadan. And the one thing is that because your eating window is a lot smaller now, to pay attention to the amount of nutrients. Are you meeting your nutrient requirements? And of course, you mentioned at Sahur to have, something that's filling, and protein is very important, and to actually last you throughout the morning. High fiber foods, because that takes longer to break down, and then foods that are that contain liquids like watermelon, so you're hydrated in some form.
Yeah. Take care, good night, and we'll see you soon, possibly at a supermarket. Good night.
Good night, everyone.